Gasp.
Gasp, audible gasp. Whoops. Yeah,
Somebody rated.
that was a big whoops. Hold on, let me actually.
Oh man, I have to watch an ad again. No.
Yo,
No.
yo. Well,
I'm just watching myself.
yeah, that I don't know what happened there. It was a big old whoops. Oh, we'll probably have a
Oh
part.
wow.
Here we go. Hey there, everybody. How's it going there? I accidentally hit stop stream by
The stream
accident.
never. What do you mean? This is the first stream. I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
don't. Yo, yeah, you're right. You're right. Never happened. Yeah, you're right. You're
Never.
right. You're right. So anyway, so we're talking about oh yeah, the collab character, right? What's her name again?
Yeah.
I forgot her name. She's like a Eskimo looking
Aloy, I think.
a buoy,
Aloy. Aloy.
Aloy.
Yeah, I think
Aloy.
that's her name.
So she's supposed to be an archer, right? I don't know. A part of
Yes.
me thought she was supposed to be a cryo because she looks like she's gonna be in the snow and all that, but apparently she's gonna have
Yeah.
her own unique abilities, right?
I I'd assume so.
Because yeah, because that's the thing. Is like you get a new character, new element. So it's oh, of course she's from another world, so it would make sense for her not to have the same abilities like someone else in this other world would be, right? Like it would only make
Yeah.
sense. And so, oops, oh, cable. Oh, stepping on my own cable. but
Oh well.
but yeah, so that's gonna be an interesting thing. There.
I really hope that they decide to keep it with one like you said, cryo. I hope it stays like one of the Genshin visions. I don't know. The thought of a foreign vision kind of feels weird.
It does, but just a vision alone. I mean, why not just like have like similar to the Traveler, they're able to use elemental powers without a vision. Something
Um.
because something
Yeah.
like that would make sense because they're not from this world. So how would they even have a vision in the first place, right?
True. True.
So, but my idea is because well, I don't know. Well, you haven't started the story yet, huh? Or the
For
what's
Inazuma.
yeah.
Yeah. I've seen sneak peeks. I don't know. Maybe
So
I'll know what you're talking about.
okay, so there's a bit there where before you go to Inazuma, you're in a contest that Beidou sets up, and the prize is what do you call it, like a vision that's pretty much dead, like it has no power in it, nothing, no element tied to it, and so you basically win the vision, but you're not able to activate it. But my idea is like since you're from another world and you can use abilities on your own without a vision, like imagine you being able to activate the dead visions and but creating a new type of element that's not from
Oh.
you know what I'm saying? Like if
Or
it's gonna
maybe
be
like a vision that is compatible with all elements.
yeah, man, maybe like that too. Like being able to master
Mhm.
all the elements. Traveler's a new
Become the
avatar.
airbender.
Yeah, Airbender. Yeah, Traveler's the last Airbender.
Yep,
Confirmed.
yep.
Traveler is the last Airbender. Story's over. Boom. It's been spoiled already. You're gonna see
Traveler
Traveler
is
go
Avatar.
bald. Their hair, they're gonna lose their hair. They're gonna have a blue arrow on their forehead and all that. And then they're gonna start going, start fighting the fire people and trying to team up with the water benders and the earth benders and all that to fight the evil
Mhm.
fire people. Oh man, I haven't. I think I've seen only a few episodes of the original Avatar in
Mhm.
animation, but I've seen the movie. It was interesting. Ha-
Oh, jeez. No,
have you
I
seen the
watched
movie?
the I have not.
Oh man,
I
it is
remember the
weird.
amount of memes
Oh, there's a
that
lot
went
of
around
memes for
because of
that.
the movie. It was just like,
Oh man.
well, of course, there's the stereotypical, the manga anime adaptation, Netflix
Oh,
adaptation. I've seen those a lot. I remember a lot of people were trashing about it on TikTok. It was like, remember this one guy. It was like if he was babysitting a kid. Well, this is what they used for the skit. And it was like the kid's like, "Yo, I'm watching Avatar the Last Airbender." And the guy's like, remembers it. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I loved that show." I was like, "Yeah, I love this live action like fighting."
The
And then the
live
guy
action.
he's trying to he turns it starts going up the stairs. It's like, "Oh," and it was like, "Oh my
Ugh.
gosh."
Ah.
And it was like and like the and then like non-funny like the not as many funny moments. I think I was like, "Oh," and he starts like
Oh man,
so like it makes it like he slowly deteriorates from walking up the stairs to just like full on like
he's just
crawling.
dying. He's like,
Yeah, just dying. And then I don't remember what the last straw was, but I just hear him go like, "Oh," from like the top, like the second floor.
because
He's
you know
just
what's funny?
dead.
The thing that a lot of people were pointing out was that in the movie for the Avatar, uh, a lot of the actors in there, like everyone else, was like Asian, but then the main characters were like American looking or English looking, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that'll make sense.
Yep.
Like, what's going on here?
Class classic American film thing to do.
Oh man, because yeah, it's all Hollywood, right? That did this live action.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, well, oh, then you know what? Another movie that came out, live action. Well, I mean, all the movies they made were live action, but Mortal Kombat, recently
Oh. Oh
came out.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I seen glimpses of it, and it looks amazing. It looks awesome. I definitely want to check it out. I haven't seen it yet for myself. Other other movies that came out. There were some that like made by the same people who made John Wick. I forgot the name of that one movie, but pretty much same concept. Revenge movies. Definitely want to see that one. Seems very interesting. Another one I, that let me see. Trying to think of one that came out. And I did see the Black Widow movie. I did see that one. It was all right. I feel like a lot of the Marvel movies as of now are like meh at the moment.
Yeah, I've gotten to the point where I've kind of gotten tired of Marvel movies just because one, there's so many, and two, it's just like that's the one movie everybody always keeps on hyping up. Like, okay, I get it, Marvel, yes,
Well, I mean,
I want
their
something
older
more.
stuff was amazing. Like leading
Oh
up
yeah,
to the
definitely.
Avenger movies, those ones were amazing. But then all this new stuff afterwards is like, I mean, the series. I mean, I've seen some of the one with what's his name, Falcon, right, and Bucky. Those ones are interesting. Those ones are pretty entertaining to watch.
Oh,
Whoop, oh, you're gone.
oh my goodness.
What's going on here?
My thing glitched apparently.
You're just like running around. Whoop. Hey, try not to fall off the map.
I try not to. I
Well,
really don't know why I just suddenly did that. I am
we'll be right back in a moment.
I mean, I can still talk, it's just the fact that I'm not there.
Yeah, like you're going around
I can't even walk because it moves me everywhere else. I
like you're
don't know
moving by
why
yourself.
my avatar is stuck.
All right, let me see here. Well, Ari says Aloy is upcoming cryo. That's what I thought, right? Cryo. Um, you're gone somewhere,
Yep. I've disappeared from the table.
bruh. Well then, here. I guess we'll just
I'm trying hopefully I've saved I think I've saved myself, but
possibly.
okay, yeah, I've saved myself. I was just at the edge of the map, almost fell down.
There you go. I think I saw you like go around the
Yeah,
corner.
yeah,
There
there
you
you
are.
go.
Yeah,
I'm
there you're
alive.
alive. You made it.
I have no idea what just happened, but we're just gonna pretend that never happened.
Never happened. Just and it never happened.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. I honestly don't.
Yeah, what? Rayo running around the place like crazy? What?
What? That never happened.
Yeah, it never happened.
That's the new Beargunson channel fan art right there.
Yeah, new fan art, just a hoot owl mixed with Yanfei just running around like
In
crazy,
circles, spinning in
circles spinning
circles.
around, just going
I
oons,
really
oons,
have no
oons, oons,
idea
oons,
what
oons, oons.
what we're raving. All right.
Yeah, oh yeah, oons, oons, oons. You could do a little party in here, you know.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah,
yeah.
I really don't know what just happened.
Yeah, but, VRChat's come up with these new updates here, like with the new Unity 2019, which honestly
Mhm.
was a bit of a pain in the ass to get started because um I had to change Unity versions. I gotta uninstall this other 2019 version that I had for a while. Got to get rid of that one, and then
Mhm.
had to update the Visual Studio through Unity, and then there was a couple things too that happened, but it was just annoying having to deal with that. But other than that, just other than those two little tedious things that I had to deal with, it pretty
Mhm.
much ran pretty smooth. The upload speed is insane. Same thing with the build modes, like when you transfer them from Android
Mhm.
to PC, freaking fast there. It's going rolling around at the speed of sound, you know. Because before in the past, whenever I would have to switch from a Quest build to a PC build, it would
Mhm.
take like almost 30 minutes for it to re-import the assets to make it compatible for each build. But with the 2019 version that's currently being used by the VRChat, takes like about a minute or two, depending on how much assets you have in your project. But yeah, like compared to how it used to be, it's much faster, lot faster paced, much smoother as far as the interface goes. So I can't complain
Mhm.
about that.
Oh, that's
Uh,
really cool.
it's just like transferring. All I have to do is just transfer the files over, and once it goes in, it will automatically bring in the project from the previous Unity versions. But all you have to do is get out of there, upgrade everything to the um current platform, and then you're good to go.
Mhm.
And then
Oh,
okay,
nice.
hey, that's all I have to do. Just upgrade the the version, and that's it. Like I have all my old project prefabbed and everything there, and boom, we're ready to go. I don't have to start from scratch, and that's what I did with that one avatar that I wanted to use for this podcast, but unfortunately the gestures did break. I will say that I will have to jump back in there and reconfigure the hand gestures. Like with this one, I did the finger flip off, which I wanted to have on the newly improved avatar, but apparently I have to re do the animation for that, which is no problem. The dances worked perfectly fine. I got those down. One of the dances apparently didn't want to work. It was the default Fortnite dance, which I think some people probably would want to be broken anyways. Um, but I managed to pull that off. The emotes were fantastic. And actually, what I do like about the new and improved SDK 3 is that because before in the past, whenever I would change the emotes and try to rename it, it wouldn't
Mhm.
change in the dial. So, say if I were to rename the default dance to, say, Orange Justice or dab or whatever. When I would change
Mhm.
it inside the Unity project, it wouldn't change when you uploaded it. Like it would still say dance and whatever
Oh.
other emote you would switch it with, it would still have the default name for it in the emote dial. But now all you have to do, I mean, because then the one thing though I will say, it is a little broken right now, at least on my end, because when I would click on the emote, it won't show on the side inspector of the whole thing. So I would delete that and then put in a
Yeah,
new
yeah.
animation with the new name, and then make the transition right there in the animation controller, and then it would just keep the name of the new animation, which is awesome. I don't have to worry about trying to figure out where to rename stuff and all that. It's there, it's renamed already. Boom, I don't have to worry about it. As far as anything else goes, I mean, it's pretty much the same as the other version of Unity that was being used in the past. It's like I said, it's just a lot smoother, a lot faster with importing and exporting stuff. I love it. Much smoother processed. I have used 2019 Unity in the past, but it was a different version. Apparently, they came out with I think it's 2019 dot 4.29 F1 something like that. When the version that I used with Chill Out VR was version 2019. I want to say dot 4.17 or 13, something like that. Um, but of course, it wasn't used by the Vrchat devs, so I had to upgrade and change it. So I have to get rid of that version of 2019. Also, got to get rid of the 2018 version eventually. But apparently, when I installed that new version of Unity, it merged all of it into one application. So I probably just have to delete the files manually to get rid of it. But anyways, so like, have you ever gotten to like VRChat avatar uploading and all that?
No, I've actually okay. So I remember trying to learn a bit back before like my whole trip happened. And but like aside from that, I because my trip was like a month long, I don't I don't remember almost anything I did. I do really want to learn though. I want to get into avatar making and world making and stuff like that because it seems like a lot of fun and it's a very creative process, but I
Oh
want to
yeah.
learn, but I can't.
Hey, you know what? Once you get every basic thing down, it becomes secondhand. Like this world right
Become my
here.
teacher.
Yeah, yeah. I'll be
Become
your
my
avatar.
sensei, please.
Sensei, Beargunson. But you know what? This world right here is actually my first 3.0 world, and I made it PC Quest compatible. And it's used on the 2019 version of Unity. I did it last minute because I was trying to rush it through because I the only way I was able to upload this was through the Unity 2019. I couldn't even update my other worlds because of the update on the software, which I will get to eventually. But
Mhm.
oh man, definitely I gotta. That's the only thing that sucks though, that I have to redo the hand gesture animations, which is the only thing that, as far as I noticed, that I have to redo is just that. I was able to move my animation controllers over to this side of the new Unity, which was nice. I was able to get all that worked out, but then I realized that for SDK 3 they separated one for avatars and then another one for worlds, which I didn't know that until I went to the VRChat website and I figured out I had to download a separate SDK because I was trying to use the one that was meant for avatars, which was one because I was wondering, hey, how come the chairs aren't working? The mirrors all white, it's not reflecting. Then I was like, oh, that's and like there's no scene descriptors because this is only for avatars. Okay, I mean it's not too big of a deal. I guess I just have to create a brand new project and try to import everything as quick as I possibly can before the time runs out. And then I wanted to set up lights and everything here. Also, the chair situation's kind of temporary right now, but because I wanted to kind of have everyone sitting on the ground, but then apparently the table is a little too high for the camera to see everyone when they're sitting on the ground, so I had to raise them up a bit. But I will be adding probably like beanbag type of seats, possibly, because I think they'll look kind of cool with this whole kind of situation, like kind of like how those pads are right there all around. Actually, in the stream, you could probably see one right there on the corner, right on the left side of Rayo. You probably see it on the ground, just like a lump, like one of
Mm.
those sitting pads, but something like that, but bigger, so that it'll kind of lift us up a bit. I was trying to see if I can separate these pads right here all around, but they're kind of stuck with the prefab. So I'm like, okay, can't
Um,
do anything much about it. But
well,
definitely going to be updating a lot of projects. I think I'm going to keep this one the way it is for now because I don't want to screw up the yo. Because before, in the past, when I made this one,
oh,
it
well.
like when I would do the gesture for the what do I call it? Jeez, I can't even think right
The
now.
vision gauntlet.
For the vision, yeah, for the whole emissions thing, right? Or not emissions, but the particle effects. It would stay on, and I couldn't turn it off when I would let go. So I just had to reset my avatar. But see, this is how it's supposed to work. It's supposed to grip with their fist, let go, it turns off, right? That's how it's
Mhm.
supposed to. But for a time being, it wouldn't work. Also, same thing with the audio files; they wouldn't function at all. And apparently, someone said, "Oh, now you have to put it on this controller, and you got to put it on a second controller for the audio to work." I'm like, "What? What's all this about?" I mean, in 2.0, 2.0 was so simplified that all you had to do was get one animation controller or animator controller, whatever you want to call it. You
Mhm.
throw your emotes in there, you throw your hand gestures in there, slap it on the avatar. That was it. If you want an audio file, you would put it on the audio source on part of your avatar. You would put it as part of one of your animations, whether it's on a hand gesture or on an emote. Slap it in there, slap on the in the animation, slap that animation into your controller, and that was it. And it would function perfectly normal without any issues. Sometimes people would make the audio files really loud, so people would get annoyed by it, of course. And then, especially if you have had it
Mhm.
on a hand gesture, you would like say you hit it the fist, and you would be like trying to grab something, and see how the particle effect is going. Every
Mhm.
time you would hit something, when your hand gestures, the audio file would would activate, and it would kind of be annoying
Oh,
for PC users, of course, because they would hear like
yeah.
meh 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 meh.
Yeah.
I would get annoyed by that sometimes too, but that's why I stopped putting audio files on the hand gestures because yeah, sometimes you would want to grab something, click it or whatever, and animation file just boop just activates right there, and you're not even expecting like whoa what the fuck was that? But like I think some people feel like 3.0 stuff is a great upgrade for Vrchat. I mean, in certain areas it does make it simplified, but in a lot of areas compared to SDK2, it is very tedious and very challenging to really to learn for especially for a beginner. And I mean, sure, it's my opinion, but then also too, there are some factors that yeah, SDK2 was a lot more simpler to use for a beginner compared to
Mhm.
3.0. I mean, sure, if you want someone to learn off the bat some more technical stuff, sure, get them into 3.0, and so they can learn already, so they don't have to worry about oh hey, like this is why is this so tedious? Because I think a majority of the OG VRChat players that have uploaded. Whoops, what's going on with my arm? Hold on. Oh, my arm is. Whoops.
It's being possessed.
My arm is being possessed.
There's a parasite.
My
Mew.
my arm my arm is oh my arm is not even connected. Hold on. What? Yeah, it shows my battery life and all that's good. Yeah, I think it's a I don't know, maybe I'm not the only one. Oh, there we go. Whoop. Oh, I'm alive. My arm is alive. All right, there we go.
You won the battle against the parasite.
The parasites in VR chat. But no, so what I was saying about the SDK2 because it was a lot simpler to use compared to the 3.0 off the bat because it was pretty straightforward. I mean, with 3.0, in order to get some animations and stuff going, you especially when it comes to the expressions menu, the fact that you have to set up an expressions menu to set up a like a prop in your hand and all to toggle it before, like
Mhm.
in SDK2, all you had to do was just put it as part of your like your emote, and then that was it. It was toggleable like that. You just do it through the dial. Boom, that was it, straightforward. But now you have to make your own expressions menu, which I think is nice. On the other hand, but for a beginner
Yeah.
that wants things to be simplified, it's like it's not the easiest thing to learn off of. But it is doable. It's just not easy compared to the SDK two when you compare them both. Because
So,
like
sensei, what are you gonna make me learn?
what I'm gonna make you learn. You know what? If you want to learn 3.0, I can teach you how.
Alright.
I'll just teach you the basics of it, and we don't have to
Show
get
me
into
the
the
way,
nitty gritty of
sensei.
animations and stuff.
Show
But
me the
you know what?
way,
There is a way that I
sensei.
figured out. Like with this right here, this avatar
Mhm.
is 3.0, and I managed to use something on a hand gesture. So I will say that yeah, pulling off the hand gesture stuff, it is
Mhm.
possible. You can do it without having to deal with expression menus and all that because yeah, I get tired of that. Like stupid expression menus because you have to do like the weight thing, the parameters and the layers and all that stuff. Why do I
Um,
have to deal with that shit? You know, just whatever happened to just straightforward getting an animation file, putting in a controller, boom, that was it. If I needed to edit it, just go to the animation tab, edit the animation, edit the keyframes and all that, whatever you wanted to do with it. Add some stuff to it, then throw it back onto the controller, test it out like that, and then you're done.
Mm.
But now you have to go through this other little tedious process to get where you want. It's like, what's the point? Because then even too, sometimes I notice whenever I would make like a separate area for the emotes and one for the props, so I couldn't even toggle the emotes properly. Like I would have to hold down on the trigger for it to even uh, go into effect, which was annoying. I didn't like it. So I think hand gesture stuff. I mean, the fact that I was still able to do it in a 3.0 avatar is amazing. I was like, there's literally no tutorials. At least not a lot of good tutorials on 3.0 out there on YouTube. I mean, there's some that actually worked out, but they're outdated. But there's one tutorial that I actually watched. It was in Vietnamese. Didn't understand a single word, but they had everything on Unity in English, so it was easy to kind of see like what they were doing. And so that's how I pretty much learned some stuff. But definitely, yeah. Like if you're gonna get into Unity and making avatars or worlds, um, definitely
Oh,
start. Oh,
oh, teleportation.
another complication going on there.
Oh
but
yeah, I
but I
have
will
no
say,
idea what's going on.
sit back down there, Yon Tao. Hey, maybe it's the 2019. It's breaking everything.
Maybe.
But I will say if you want to, I would say learn both. Learn 2.0 and learn 3.0. 2.0 is the most simplest one to go for because you don't have to worry about too much. And then the fact that you're still able to use it up to
Hmm.
this day is like, hey, go for it. If that's what you want to start off with, just to get an avatar out there. But then
Yeah.
even with 3.0, you don't have to do a whole lot. The main thing with 3.0 compared to 2.0 is, I mean the only thing that they have in common is like setting the eye adjustment, like where your vision is going to be at. You can set the height and the where it's going to be at. The only difference with SDK 2 and 3.0 is that with 3.0 you not only have to adjust the eye viewpoint, but you also have to manually set the eye movement, like how far it's going to be looking left and right, up and down, and then you can set up the eyelid stuff and all that.
Hmm.
Which when I first glanced at it, the first time I ever saw SDK 3, I was like, nope, nope.
Nope.
I don't want to deal with that because with SDK 2, it automatically did that. But then, of course, I mean, if you weren't able to adjust the eyes or anything like that, you would have to do that through Blender if something was messed up, or if it was looking up too high or looking down too low, or vice versa with the side by side motion. At least with 3.0, you're able to adjust those. So there's some things that are at least convenient there, or at least if you wanted to adjust the movements, you're able to do that with 3.0. With SDK 2, you're not able to. So there's certain things that are a little bit more advanced in SDK 3 compared to SDK 2. But definitely, if you want just to learn real quick, simplified, start off with SDK 2, and then so you can get familiar with the SDK, and then kind of work your
Hmm.
way up to SDK 3. That's what I would say for someone that's just starting out. Um,
That's me.
hmm, Hi. Hey, yeah, just like you. Wow.
Yes. Who
Yes,
would have known?
who would have
You
known?
guys, viewers, you hear this? I am now a disciple of Sensei Beargunson.
Definitely, if any of you out there that are thinking about working on avatars and all, definitely start off with SDK 2, and it's just so you can get familiar with it. Others might say
Hmm.
start off with SDK 3 and all that because I mean, sure, if you want to learn the technical stuff like off the bat, then sure, go ahead, knock yourself out with 3.0. I'm just saying, like, start off with the two if you just want to just get avatars out there with animations and stuff without having to worry about dealing with the extra tedious efforts of getting those animations in there. That's just me, but definitely try it out. I think you'll have fun with it, especially doing your own projects and all that.
Yeah.
And then the worlds, I feel like the worlds are a bit simpler, and there's a lot more you can do with the worlds, especially if you want to make them PC Quest compatible. Definitely a much more simpler process, a lot more versatility in the worlds because you can use different shaders that aren't Quest shaders or mobile shaders, I should say. Like everything here in this world, in the PC version, you'll see in the Quest version. Like the shaders,
Mm-hmm.
all the same. I use a standard shader. Even for my avatars, even like this one here, I use standard
Mm-hmm.
shaders. I hate using Pyomi shaders because of how they can be sometimes. And say if someone, say if you got an avatar, right? And
Yeah.
sometimes people don't have your shaders showing, so sometimes it'll look either like all green or all blue or pink and all wonky looking. Like sometimes I'll even see someone where the face looks transparent, looks like a hologram or something, and I'm like, ugh. And then I show the shaders, like, oh, that's what it's supposed to look like. But with one person that told me that all their shaders were standard and it looked amazing. Like I couldn't even tell. Like I hid the shaders, I showed the shaders, and it looked pretty much the same. And I was like, "Yo, that actually does look pretty dope." And what I did is that because sometimes too when you use standard shaders, if you don't put like an emission on it, it'll look pretty dark in certain areas that don't have a lot of lighting. So that's one thing I didn't like about standard. But when I figured, hey, put some emission on it, make it a little brighter, then it looks almost tomb lit, but it's a standard shader, and you could actually, I mean, they can make it look smooth and all that, which is awesome. In certain areas, like with the gauntlet here, I made it all glossy looking and everything with a standard shader. Got an emission for the I think with the gauntlet here, I think I did put Iomi on the gauntlet for the gem parts. Or did I? Hold on, let me see, because I could tell if the missions start blinking, which they are not. So I think I might have switched them back to the standard shaders. Yeah, they're not blinking because before in the past, or when
Mm-hmm.
one of my updates, I did try them out with Pyomi to make them blink and all that, but they're not blinking, or are they? I can't tell. You know what? They are. Yeah, they are blinking. I could barely tell. It's like it's so bright in here. I could barely tell.
Yeah, it's really hard for me to tell too. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
At least I could tell
I saw it
on
on
the
the blue one.
Yellowstone. The blue
Oh
one too.
really? I saw it a little bit on the blue one.
Yeah.
I'm inside the Yellowstone. I have become one with the gauntlet.
Yes, you have become one with the gauntlet. Yeah. So. Oh yeah. I guess so.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I guess the Pyomi shaders are still on there.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, definitely. Because I know some people still like to use Pyomi. Um, I try to stay away from Pyomi too because especially when it came to the quest builds, it would take forever for the project to load because of the Pyomi shaders. Like there'll be so many sections in the files that it's trying to re-import, and I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm done with this. Like that's also probably too a reason why it took so long for the quest build to load. But once I put it into the 2019 build, smooth as butter. Now I don't. Now you use a laptop, you said, right?
Yes, yes, I do.
Yeah, so hopefully it'll work. I haven't met too many people with a laptop that successfully used Unity or Blender.
Oof.
Yeah, because sometimes it's because it is a heavy application to use.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I put because I don't know in laptops. I think you should be able to switch out the RAM sticks, but I think you're limited to how much RAM you can put in there.
Yeah.
But well, with my PC, I put in like 64 gigs of RAM, so I can multitask. I can use Unity. I can use Blender at the same time and all Discord and all that because I'm always multitasking. So I need to have that high amount of RAM. But I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't know what kind of laptop you got. Mm,
It's a ThinkPad, like a Lenovo ThinkPad.
ThinkPad. What does it run off of? Like Windows or?
Yeah, Windows.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe you should be able to. Maybe. I mean, I'm not entirely sure what the specs are on your laptop, but maybe you'll be able to use it. Just all depends. Try it out. See what happens.
I've used Blender on here.
Oh, okay. Then yeah,
Yeah.
if you can use Blender, I think maybe you'd be able to use Unity. Just try it out, see what happens.
Yeah, you just send me, I guess, the link to
Yeah,
the
yeah, I'll send you a link for
Unity.
it, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
also for the SDK. You know,
SDK.
I'll just start you off on SDK 3, uh, because I'm not sure how long the SDK 2 will be around for. I mean, right now they're still keeping it. I mean, it's still on their website, so
Mhm.
they're probably gonna keep it around for a while. And then I know they said that they're supposed to come up with this new dynamic bone. I think it's supposed to be called player physics or something like that, where
Ooh,
where it's supposed to be
interesting.
much more optimized compared to dynamic bones, and you should be able to use a lot more of it compared. Like, say if you had like around 100 dynamic bones or something for some odd reason, like through your hair, the chest, and these little flaps right here they got going on.
Mhm.
Like say if it has so many bones there that would normally make your avatar like very poor in quality. With the new player physics, they're supposed to be able you're supposed to be able to use like this much as right here without downing the quality of your
That
avatar.
is so
Yeah,
cool.
and then the nice part too that's supposed to be happening later on. Oops, excuse me. That's supposed to be happening later on is the ability to kind of be able to, like, say if you have ears or whatever or hair, you should be able to use your dynamic uh, or not dynamic bones, the physics to almost act like colliders. I think this avatar has colliders on the hands. Yeah, it does. I'm moving the
Oh, yeah, I see it.
yeah. Let me see. I don't know where the bone is at. If I can show it on here, let me see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So so with the new physics, you should be able to do that not only with yourself but with others too. Like you should be able to mess around with everyone's physics and all that. Even like
It'd
getting their head
be
and then moving it off their
yeah.
body and stretching stuff all over the place. But they even supposed to make a feature, excuse me, where you can choose whether or not to allow people or just only your friends to be able to do that, like a safety setting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I think that's pretty cool because yeah, I don't think you want everyone messing with your avatar, just stretching your arms out and all that.
Yeah. It would be I know, like, one of, I guess, quote, unquote, "prime issue," with well, it's not really an issue, it's just, more of, like, some people are bugged by it, other people are like, "Eh, whatever." When clothes don't properly go where they're supposed to, like, normal clothes will, like, bend around certain areas or stuff like that. I know there's a bunch of models where uh legs clip through the clothing, or
Oh
like the
yeah,
clothing ends up clip, like, for example, your sleeve when you put on your lap, like, clips through your entire leg. Things
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, that's those new physics are supposed to be able to act like a cloth dynamic, which is something that I haven't figured out how to use. Because I know a lot of people use cloth um, dynamics like in their avatars to
Mhm.
be able to do that. But I feel like that makes it very unoptimized, especially like the amount of colliders to use. Because I've seen avatars where like I do have one that I bought, and the thing has so many colliders in it. It's like you can't even remotely make that thing optimized because of how many it has. Like there's like so many little ones, like say it goes through the legs, it goes inside this little sleeve thing that would need to be for it to just to be able to kind of loop around it without clipping through it.
I look
That's
forward to the future where, like, things like collide, like having just like how you said, like, a bunch of dynamic bones and it still be optimized. Like, imagine where we when we get to the point where we can have a bunch of colliders and the avatar still be pretty optimized. That's
yeah.
when that's when we've reached one of the peaks of of VR
Oh
one of the
yeah.
peaks of avatar making right there.
Oh man. And then imagine Nerve Gear coming out next.
Oh my goodness. Who was isn't Facebook working on something similar to Nerve Gear? Oh
um
jeez.
oh yeah, the metaverse. I've heard about that. It's like
Yeah,
supposed to be like the new
I'm
form of
just
internet.
saying, just saying. We've seen the anime. Why?
Well,
I don't
no.
want to
So
get trapped.
the one that's coming out with Nerve Gear is Elon Musk. He's the one that's coming out with something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
He's coming out with like a
Either
Nerve Gear
way,
rig.
whether it's similar, whether it's the same thing, I'm just saying I don't
Right.
wish to be trapped in a game like SAO.
Hey, our souls are gonna be put into a game.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I think
A
I'll
Gucci
pass on
fan.
that one, Chief.
I would be down to test it out. Yeah,
No, well, R.I.P. Bergenson
R.I.P.
whenever he
Beargunson.
does that.
Yeah, if you guys don't hear back from me, you'll know that I'm stuck in a Sword Art Online world. I can't change avatars, nothing. I'm just gonna be stuck in there. Might be in a
Well, now that you say that, I'm gonna look for this sort of online world here in Vrchat.
last time I checked, well, that was a long time ago. Like a year. Oh, I can't say a long time ago. It's like a year ago. But
That's a
uh,
long time in terms of VR chat, because VR chat when we were talking about, I've been gone for a month. If in VR chat terms, it's been 5 years.
yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot does change in VR chat. Like for instance, like this Avatar came out, or the models came out, I should say, for Raid and Shogun. Like everyone's just been leaking them out and putting them everywhere. Um, Finally found one to use on MMD because there was one that was out, but there was no physics to it, so you couldn't even move. But then there's one that came out a few days later where they did have physics in it, so now I can actually make a
Hmm.
video for it. Um,
Ooh,
then,
very nice.
yeah, then you got Avatar there. Also, iYurtle. So you seen the pictures for iYurtle coming out soon?
I have not actually.
What? Yeah, I think I sent you iYurtle, right?
Oh, oh my gosh, never mind. I know what it means. No,
iYurtle. Yeah, it's the new Ayaka. It's her best ultimate
no,
form. All right, let me show you guys. Let me
no.
show everyone
Where
on stream. All right.
I had just returned to the US when you said that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. America.
No.
Oh yeah. iYurtle. And let me see. Let me see here. Let me get the picture out. Let me show everyone. All right. Hold on. Let me get the picture for everyone. All right. All right. Coming to you guys live with the picture of iYurtle. Y'all gonna love this one. I don't I don't know
I'm
who
not.
I don't know who wouldn't.
Me.
Hold on. Here you guys go. Here you get a whiff of the iYurtle. Oh, let me see.
No.
Which one is it? This one? Yeah, there you go. iYurtle. Boom. This right here is the one and only iYurtle. Gonna be coming out to to VRChat very soon. Definitely
No.
a wonderful meme of art.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No.
Oh yeah, beautiful. Moi.
Absolutely wretched.
Whoops. I meant to bring it back. Definitely worth the work and effort. What I did to it with the model I was working with, I was doing some weight painting, right? And I got the little arms to work, I was actually gonna use iUrtle for this podcast tonight, but that was when I was dealing with some issues with it crashing and all that. Then I figured it out, and definitely gonna be an
People are
interesting
going to be
one.
scarred.
Oh man, a lot of people are gonna be
I've
screaming
been
for
scarred.
joy.
No, no, no. No, 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 no.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, oh
No.
yeah,
No. No.
it's free
No.
real estate.
No.
Oh, and then the Sayu the Hedgehog, definitely can't wait to see that come out in theaters.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, Sayu the
No.
Hedgehog.
Do not like these beautiful viewers. Do not scar them for life.
Rolling around at the speed of sound.
No. No.
Oh yeah, I even made
No.
a TikTok kind of with the escape from the city song on there.
Hardy har har.
Har 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 har. Yeah, definitely check it out. Yeah, check out my TikTok, guys, if you guys want to see some short clips and a little glimpses of sneak peeks of different content coming out soon. The TikTok link is going to be in my about tab on my Twitch channel. I believe I have it linked in every YouTube video now. that I've uploaded. Well, not the old ones, but as far as the recent ones I've uploaded, I believe I put the social link on there as well as my Instagram while I'm a layer. but yeah, definitely gonna be getting some Sayu the Hedgehog action going on.
So you're admitting to scarring your viewers for life.
No, no, I'm gonna be blessing them with the artwork.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's gonna be
I
amazing.
am so sorry to all the viewers. I'm sorry. That's all I can say. There's nothing more I can do, sadly.
Nah. They're gonna be happy to see Sayu the Hedgehog and I Yertle. Sounds
Trust
like a
me,
hurdle of
they're
some
not.
sort.
Trust me, they're not.
They'll be amazed. And then imagine all the people in the VR chat, the screams of joy they're gonna have. The big smiles on their faces. How much fun we're gonna be bringing to the many VR chat players out there.
I'm so sorry, everyone. uh,
Oh man. Anyways, it's so I've actually discussed a few things in my other podcast before, uh, with a couple other members that I've invited. But sadly, that particular podcast got all broken and everything got a little glitchy because Wi-Fi. And then I was recording at the same time. But now that I have Ethernet hooked up and everything, I should be able to finally rid of the lag and everything, the frame drops.
reminds me of
Anyways,
our first podcast together
I
right
know.
there.
Like officially, because we did record a session, but I never uploaded it yet because I was planning on waiting to use that when during the time when I was in school. But then now I think about it, I was like, wait, that information be all old and everything.
Yeah.
but but you know what?
Use it. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah, I'll upload it soon. But
Threatens you. Do
but
it. Do it.
I'm
Do
being
it.
threatened on live television.
Television. I guess some people are probably watching on
Yeah, I
television.
mean, well, it's called Twitch TV for a reason, right?
No, obviously not.
Yeah, obviously not. Yeah, it's not twitch.tv for any particular reason. It's not broadcasting. We're just
Be honest, everybody thinks of it as .com. They don't
it's
remember
.com.
the
I know everybody
TV.
puts twitch.com or .org or .en or .aol dot as
.net.
.net. But quick question, since we're on the topic of VR chat. So what is your
Yeah.
thoughts about people and Phantom Sense? Excuse me. Like, what is your thoughts about Phantom Sense or Phantom Touch, however you want to call it?
Okay. So, and I think it's a really cool concept, especially it obviously really does immerse the person. I feel like, to be honest, Phantom Sense should also have its own safety settings. I'm not sure if it does, but um some people can really abuse the thought like that function if you think about it, especially in public lobbies. You might want like if you could uh I've there's certain people on the internet that you tell them of this ability, then they can go overboard or take it to extremes.
Yeah,
So
like similar with like the like haptic suits and all that, where you got the vibrating vest, which basically that's what
yeah.
haptic suits are. They're basically vibrator suits, right? Like they just vibrate whenever someone touches it or something, or you get hit by something. Because
Mm-hmm.
I have a friend that normally would be co-hosting on the podcast. He has a haptic vest, and we
Oh
would
wow.
tease him a lot, be poking him with props and everything.
Yeah. Like I said, with friends, yeah, but like that'd be I'm fine, which is why I was talking about safety settings. But like once you get into like public lobbies and stuff like that, then you really want to be careful with stuff like that.
Yeah, but like with the Phantom Touch or Phantom Sense, I know a lot of people on VR chat kind of um lean towards it being like a personal feeling more than like a actual like anything like physical, like the
Yeah.
haptic suit. It's like, what are your thoughts of when people say like for instance, like I've been hearing a lot of people saying like there's like the normal side of it and there's like the extreme side that I've seen. It's like the normal
Yeah.
side is like, oh, like if someone's like if you see someone like touching your hand or your head pats and all, you can, like they say that they can feel it in a way.
Which, to be honest, that's what I want, the head pats and stuff.
but like so it's like say if you're in VR, right? You got your VR goggles on all you're it's like everything seems to be like more face front towards you versus you sitting like in front of a laptop or a monitor where it's like a few feet away from you, right? So it's
Mhm.
a different feel because you're a little bit more immersive, and so I can get that where someone like where they're having some type of like what one guest said when I was mentioning about it, like it's almost like the placebo effect, but on a whole nother level where it's just kind of like their mind, like wanting that sensation of someone touching them or whatever, right?
Agreed, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so,
I
and
could see
I was like, yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, sure, like there's probably a lot of people, especially during the COVID area, during the very beginning of the lockdowns and all that, people were pretty much to themselves. Like they didn't really have anyone to really be in contact with. So this is like the closest that anyone can really get to being in contact with someone. And so yeah, sure,
mhm,
I can see that. People wanting that, or like some most likely are just out there for the attention grabs, right?
mhm.
But then you get those people who are on the extreme side where they say, "Oh, like if someone like shot me like in Vrchat or something, I can feel it, or I can get stabbed." Or there's one where they said if they saw someone slitting their throat, that they can feel the pain of it too. But I was like,
That's,
like, what do you think of that?
whoa,
Let me ask you, what do you
like,
think? What do you think of that?
okay, I just wanna say, like, going back to like, phantasms as a whole, I guess it's like they got it, so they do them, I guess, as long as it isn't going, like, if they want to go to extremes on there, and I guess there's not a lot that, like, unless, like, a certain, like, developer or something has put something in place where, like, they can't feel those certain types of things, you can't really do much with that. Um
Like, I mean, like, when they say that they can feel, it's like the same thing, like, when someone says, like, they feel like, the sensation of someone, like, head patting them or something, like, where like, even though, like, no one's actually touching them, but they say that they feel like someone's touching them, right? When they're in
mhm.
VR. It's the virtual
Yeah,
world,
yeah,
right? But then now some people are saying, like, "Oh, it's a gunshot. Oh, I can feel it, ah." But I'm like, I guarantee you none of them's actually been shot before or stabbed before in their entire life or have ever
yeah.
felt the
That's
sharp
probably not
pain.
what they feel
Right.
is.
So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like a lot of that stuff, at least to me, in my opinion, I feel like it could be an attention grabber, but they're just out there for attention, or they're just I don't know. Honestly, on that part, when it comes to the extreme stuff like that, it's like okay, I think you're taking it a little too far there. Like the head pat stuff,
Yeah.
okay, I can see maybe you want to have the feeling of like, oh, okay, like yeah, I feel like someone's head patting me, or someone's like rubbing my arm or whatever, or you got the people who ERP and all that, which is that part is another thing which
That's another section where you can't really do much, sadly.
yeah, it's like, you know what? I feel like honestly, if they think that someone's fingering, I feel like they're fingering themselves at that point. Like, there's no way, like I'm just gonna sit here and pretend that someone's jacking me off and all,
Oh, Jesus.
like, cause like that doesn't make any sense. Like, I mean, okay, I'll let it slide. Like, you feel like you're having some immersion or whatever, right? If you see it coming, but then say, oh, if I don't see it, then I don't feel it. But it's like, then what's the whole deal with this stuff? It's like
That is
I don't fully
terrifying
understand it
things right there.
to a certain degree, but I get it, like where some maybe it's like how that one guest was saying it's a placebo effect where they just it's something to kind of give them more pleasure and all that, where they feel like they have the sensation of someone touching them or whatever. But then when they go to the screens where it's like, oh, like your avatar is standing there, like, oh my god, it's like I feel it there. It's like okay, really, dude. It's like this is honestly of course, it's a little bit more than just a regular game, but in the end of the day, it is just a game. It's like you're honestly gonna tell me that you feel every single bit of everything that happens in a game when you don't have a haptic suit, you don't have anything that's actually physically giving you a real like immersive feel, but your mind, you're saying to yourself like your mind is telling you that you got this. You know what I'm saying? Like how
Yeah, yeah.
And then the odd part about this, I know some people who aren't even in VR to even have that immersive effect, and that are claiming that, and it's like, you know, like where's if I mentioned it before, like where's the line drawn between virtual and reality at this point? If you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
I mean
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's where I'm getting is like you got there's that's where it's like some people ask me, oh, like do you have phantom touch or you have phantom sense? I'm like, no, like I don't. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that you're actually touching me unless it's myself, you know, without taking that out of context. But um, I mean, really, it's like I can't. I mean, unless like I mentioned before too, like if someone's actually came in my room and actually started like grabbing my arm or head patting me or pointing a gun to me and all that, and I can like legit feel like actually physically touching me.
Somebody goes into your into your room and starts pointing a gun to you, I think you should run.
Well, where am I gonna run? I have a VR headset on my face. Am I gonna? I can't just turn around like,
Just
oh. I mean,
just run
but
straight into the closet, you know?
for my closet's right here, and it has stuff full inside of it.
Ah, well, yeah, then you're screwed, I'm sorry.
I'm done. I'm screwed.
I can't do much for you, I am
I know,
so sorry.
right? Rest in peace, y'all. See y'all later. Guess I can say myself. I'm dead. Dead already. But if you see what I'm saying though, but like I can't just sit here and pretend that oh I can feel something when no one's
Yeah, yeah,
actually
yeah.
there. That's like I'm not. I don't know. I honestly don't understand. I mean, maybe some people do actually feel some type of sensation. I can't say 100% sure because I don't feel anything. I've been playing. I've been on here for over a year, almost 2 years already, and people say, "Oh, I got it after like 3 days or a few weeks," and I'm like, "Really, really? Have you? Can you feel this? Can you feel it? Like, yeah. I mean, honestly, like what some explained to me is that if you already felt a certain sensation, like someone head patting you in the past or someone touching your arm or maybe you got hit before and all that or burned and all that, then you know your mind already knows the feeling of it, the sensation. So your mind tells you, oh, but then when I think about it more and more, it's like bullshit. No way. You're actually feeling that. I mean, honestly, like you're in a it's a game. How are you gonna tell me you can try to convince me that you see a virtual flame and you put your virtual hand on it that you can actually feel it? What? Like, unless you got like a light bulb that you're putting your hand on, and maybe your hand is burning from the light bulb. Maybe like I don't know, but it's like I can't bring pull my mind to really acknowledging that, like, hey, like, oh yeah, I can actually feel something. It's like when like in elementary school. I don't know if they ever done this to you in elementary school, but back then when I was when I was younger and all that, they would tell me, hey, like, oh yeah, close your eyes and what's it called? When I touch your nose or something, your arms will start slowly lifting up. Have they ever done something like that in elementary school?
Oh, yeah, yeah, I remember
You know
that.
what I mean? Yeah, like so they'll do some
Memories.
stupid stuff like that, and like, oh
Memory
yeah,
unlocked.
it's actually happening, and it's like, dude, like if I was just really gonna just sit there, like my arms aren't just gonna magically lift up on their own, but like it's how I kind of feel like you're not you're in. Of course, it might be a different analogy for some, maybe a little different, but in a sense, it's like yeah, I'm not gonna allow like imaginary stuff to kind of corrupt the reality, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people do that in very different areas of life. But when it comes to the gaming world, it's like I'm not gonna play Call of Duty, and then someone shoots me like, oh my god, ah! You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
Jesus,
every
yeah.
single time you get shot, like then what's the point of playing it if you're just gonna be saying, I can handle the pain, let me go, you know what I mean? It's like it makes no sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. And then I remember one time I was in a Vrchat world, right? And
Mhm.
um, and it was like for a mafia role play, and one of them, we're just randomly shooting around, right? And like, stop shooting! I can feel that phantom touch. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? Why are you in a mafia role play when half of the events involve shooting? Like half of the events involve role play with shooting at cops, and or you're a cop and you're shooting at mafia members and all that. It's like If you say that you have phantom touch, quote unquote, and then that you can feel the bullets and all that, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, what are you doing here? I'm like, not trying to be mean or anything, but what are you doing here? Like, if that's real, why are you here? Like, if it's gonna hurt you and all, like, oh my head hurts or this hurts and that, and like, dude, get it. What are you doing? What are you doing? But honestly, that's where it's like, I feel like it's a bunch of bullshit at the end of the day. Like, the more and more I think of it, like I feel like it's bullshit. This full phantom sense thing. I think it's a whole attention grabber for people to get attention to do whatever. But you know what? Hey, more power to you. I'm not gonna say, oh, people, you should stop doing phantom touch. No, like, you do whatever you want to do. I'm just not gonna buy into it. Like, I mean, there's cases where there's something similar to it, but it's an actual condition. I forgot what it's called. Where someone loses their limb and their mind tells them like, oh, like it feels like something's touching your limb, but you don't have that limb anymore.
Oh
There,
yeah,
there
yeah,
are
yeah.
scientific studies of that, but when it comes to this stuff, I mean, I haven't found a single thing of any research backing this stuff up. To me, it's all just in the imagination at this point. It's all in the head, and I mean, there's times where I just, like I said, I let it slide, but there's some times where people take it to the certain extent where it's like, bruh, just stop, just stop. Like, can we just at
Stop
least
it. Get some help.
get get some help? But it's like, can we just stop with this stupid phantom touch thing and just play normal? Like, who the fuck cares if someone's avatar goes through you or throws something at you or whatever? You can't actually feel it unless someone's actually throwing something at you in real time, real life, and all that. I mean, having to hear that so many times is similar to having to hear some other stuff too that gets annoying. It's like, okay, I've heard it so many times already. Just get over it. Let's just have fun. Let's do whatever, without
Mhm.
having to deal with the hassle of that other shit. Like, I just want to enjoy my time with you guys, with without having to deal with tedious issues. I mean, sure, there's gonna be times where, yeah, sure, you want to be careful with what we say with your friends if you know it bothers them or whatever, right? But then it's like there's a certain extent where it's like, come on now, do we have to be on our guard like 24/7 with each other? Like, I should be able to hang out with you and say whatever, and we can say whatever the want the hell we want to each other without it bothering us, right? Like, we should be able to be that. That's how cool I should be able to be with my friends. If I'm calling you my friend, we should be that cool, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we shouldn't have to worry about what we're gonna say. Oh, but, I don't want to. No, let's just talk. Be open with our friends and all that. Be cool with each other like that. And that's the type of friends that I strive to have. Is the ones that I could be cool with that don't give a fuck about what people call them and how they're treated. Like, hey, I'm happy with myself. You're happy with yourself. You are cool. Let's just hang out, do whatever. Who the fuck cares what other people say and what they think? Because at the end of the day, hey, what we want to do is what we want to do. I'm not gonna allow what someone else says bother me. But when they take it to the certain extremes and all that, it's like, okay, dude, really? Like, really? But I don't know. VRChat's an interesting world. I mean, everyone's got little quirks here and there. It's always interesting to see it. Um, Always interesting to see a whole wide variety of different lives in different areas of life and different personalities and all. It's always cool to meet different people. I don't mind hanging out with a bunch of people, but it's when it's hard to be yourself around them when it's like almost like where they don't allow you to be yourself. It's where it's like, okay, dude, really, you're gonna be like that? All right, then I don't have to hang out with you. Just simple as that.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I'm not gonna stick around and pretend that we're all cool if we're not. I mean, if I don't mind being around you, if I'm irritated by you, I'm gonna let you know I'm irritated by you. If I don't like you, then I'm gonna let you know that I don't like you. If I'm cool with you, then I'll make it known that I'm cool with you. I'm not gonna try to pretend something that's not there. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm cool with someone if I'm not. You know what I mean? But let me ask you something here though. Like, of all your time on VRChat, like, what is your thoughts about the entire community of VRChat and the game itself? Like, what is your thoughts about it? Your experience in VRChat?
Like, my experience in VR chat. Ugh. I have had VR chat for quite a while now. I think I've had it 3 or more years now. And to be honest, I VR chat is legit. Like I think of it as like a hit or miss community. Um, because there's a lot of good people, like really nice people. But then there's also like those people that are self-centered or people who don't think before they speak, etc. So, especially like if you're new to VR chat, you'll most likely end up in a public instance,
Oh
and
yeah.
public instances especially are hit or misses. Like, especially like in the beginning, you have your home, and it'll have like the portals for um, was the Black Cat pub
Oh yeah.
or stuff like that. So people are going to be inclined to go into that. And a lot of times, you'll probably end up in a really weird public lobby. I mean, even in Deluxe Tavern, there's some weird instances that I prefer like to avoid. But yeah, like in general, VR chat in all is pretty spontaneous, to be honest. There is um there is no set theme or conversation, and it's really good if you want something new or you want to meet new people, etc. Especially through like I said, quarantine earlier. VR chat is a good place to meet new friends. I mean, some of my best friends, for example, a lot of the people at Freaks of Avonius. Um, I mean, I met them here in VR chat, and we just managed to click. And a lot of times, I'm sick. I'll say it. A lot of people will um send me messages, be like, "Hey, I hope you feel better," and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, I've really enjoyed VR chat. Although there have been times where, you know, different time zones or schedules clash, and
Yeah.
a lot of your friends may be busy for a while, and you're like, well, I kind of lost. I don't know what to do. Um, you can always travel, like visit new worlds, go world hopping, or you could always try meeting new people in a public instance if you're brave enough to. Do be careful. I do advise wearing, safety settings in public instances, even though, some people be like, whoa, cool animations, but
Right.
sometimes I mean, even in Deluxe Tavern, there have been crashers who come in.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember
y-
those guys.
y-
Mm,
yeah, there's I mean, of course, VR chat isn't perfect. There is no game
true.
that is perfect, but it's really simple. It works on. I mean, I'm on laptop right now, so Frozen mostly like she uses laptop for the most part. So yeah, it can be a bit laggy sometimes, but
True.
it's obviously it's really fine, and sometimes it's those laggy moments that really do make things even more enjoyable. For example, that bit earlier when I my avatar started running around in circles. Enjoyable moments.
Oh yeah, VRChat's got their many wonderful moments, especially their glitches are always fun to deal with.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah. VR chat is especially since there I mean have been some things I'm like, I remember when VR chat was completely free in all aspects. Now we have VR chat plus,
Yeah.
limited slots compared to back then. So like there's a lot has changed for better, for worse.
Mm,
But that's with any game or software, to be honest.
yeah. True.
It is what it is.
It's what it is.
It
and,
is what it
and you
is.
know what? It is true because I remember before hearing in the past about VRChat that there used to be more than before the VRChat Plus update, there was 16 favorite slots that you can only use, and then those who had mods were able to like put like hundreds of avatars in a favorite slot. But
Mhm.
then prior to that, I think people were saying that there was a lot more than 16 favorite slots, right? Like there was supposed to
Yes.
be like what, like a 30 or more, or 50, I think.
Yeah. And
And
most of the time, it felt unlimited because, to be honest, like, yeah, there's a bunch of avatars, but especially in the beginning, there, and to be honest, before, I know the Genshin community has really taken over a lot, but a lot of times it was just like, oh, okay, you have like a ton of slots, and it was just like I don't remember. I think I usually stuck with like a few avatars, so it didn't really hit me at all. But then
mm,
once I got involved in more communities or like different friend groups, like I have you guys for Genshin, I have another group from which I ended up making a server with. We've been around for like a year. And some like other things. It's just like I have like I wish I could have enough for like my different groups, but especially after the Vrchat Plus update, that is no longer really possible.
mm,
Especially if you're someone who's involved with a lot of groups or a lot of events, because VRChat does have its events. For example, I know Jet and Noto, some friends, they end up going to a lot of VR chat sponsored concerts and stuff like that.
okay.
So they like try they like to use and or modify avatars for when they go to those concerts. So yeah, it's
Yeah, I've
just
seen I've seen a lot of concerts going on recently, especially a lot of DJs in VR chat streaming, and
yes.
then because I know a friend of mine goes to a lot of those parties where there's like a live DJ there, and they
Mhm.
just set up. They
Yeah.
have their stream kind of put on the background on the screen, and I think it's pretty cool. A lot of people show up to those. I think about over 50 people show up or more,
Yeah.
and it looks amazing. The lighting and everything, all the
Oh yeah, definitely.
like all you get is oonks, 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 oonks. But
Infinity Gauntlet
the
Rage.
gauntlet rave. But the only problem with me, at least or beforehand, I don't know. I haven't tried it yet ever since I got the Ethernet cable hooked up, but I every time I tried going there, I would always have these kind of like frame issues because of there's so
Yeah.
many people. But I'm wondering, since I do have my Ethernet connected now, I wonder if I'll be able to go to one of those parties without having to deal with the frame drops.
That is true.
That would be interesting. I haven't gone to one yet as of a recent. The last time I tried going to one, it was just to talk to a friend of mine. But definitely there's a lot of those going on right now, and if you're one of a viewer here that that plays VRChat and likes to go to those parties, you might know what we're talking about. Definitely, definitely interesting. I know, like I said, one of my friends, she streams a lot. She goes to those parties quite a bit. Ari, the Storm Goddess, definitely check her out. I believe I have her as one of my suggested streamers on my Twitch channel. Yeah, I believe I have her on there. Definitely. She's I've seen her grow from like the bottom all the way to the top. Like me and her are actually were about the same area of followers, but then she just started blowing up. She's like almost 800 followers now. Pretty crazy stuff there. I always like seeing people go from like small to big.
Yeah.
Crazy. Well, oh yeah. So, what are your thoughts about like the Genshin world in VRChat? Like, I know, like we were talking about Diluc Tavern. There's also the Cathedral, which is mostly an Avatar world, right? But then also, I think, excuse me, I think people are coming up with the Golden Room for Child, and
Yeah.
then the what's it called, not the tavern, but the Dawn Winery. I know there's a couple maps
Yeah,
for it.
there's several Dawn wineries.
Yeah,
Yep.
the Favonius headquarters. Um, even I believe Jade Palace is on there, right? I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, I actually found someone that had all the prefabs for each of the maps for MMD, which I'm actually planning on using in the fan film I'm making. So like I've been
Ooh.
gathering a bunch of maps and different stages and all for MMD just to use for the film. Oh man, definitely gonna be interesting. I want to see if I could. I guess I gotta find a lot more assets to make it happen. But anyways, going back to the VRChat world before I'm always going off topic somehow. But yeah, so like, what are your thoughts of the Genshin worlds in VRChat?
Um, I like them, and at the same time, like some of them, I feel like I don't know. I understand the Avatar worlds. I just wish there was more uh world. I guess worlds with quote unquote personality. Um, for
What do you mean
example,
personality?
for example, Deluxe Tavern. Yes, it is. Well, Funi's Deluxe Tavern. I'm pretty sure there's others, but where I'm mostly focusing on Funi's.
Right.
Um, yeah, it does have some avatars, but and it does look like Deluxe Tavern, but it has its own twist. And that being one, the third floor is unlocked, and that's where you have
Oh
like the
yeah.
mirror and the pencils and all that. And second of all, it's like you can go through the door next to the bar, leads to a room, and also like the don't touch the wine, and it leads you to like a jail cell for touching
Oh
Deluxe.
yeah.
Yeah. So like it has its own twist. It has personality. But like a lot of the worlds I've been to don't seem to have like the that type of thing. Like maybe there's a few Easter eggs or something like that, but it's nothing like that really like makes you like, oh yeah, I constantly want to cope. Like just because it's like if you were role playing, yeah, maybe. But
Yeah.
like as just for like personal enjoyment, you want more. You don't want just the replica. Because if just the replica, I mean, maybe in like VR it's different, but because I'm PC, maybe I want a bit more to come out of it. So like
I see.
what was it? Yeah, Funi also did like the Northern Bank, and it has
Yeah.
like the where it's the Northern Bank, yeah, but like you can go. I'm not sure if you could go upstairs in game, but like she has like a little treasure chest with stuff like that. There's the
Hmm.
puzzles regarding the like the true coin, and there's also the like there's a secret passage. There's like the different venti statues that look eerie, but like then end up leading you to like other places. Like I said, it is yes a replica of that place, but it also has its own twist.
Right.
Has
Like it's not just a
personality.
straight up clone of the original, but it has like its
Yeah,
own little twist with the different little like touch ups of their own creativity going on there.
yeah, and that is something that I would like to see in more Genshin Avatar worlds. Like yeah, Mondstadt technically is a total replication, but it has I know Timon has included I remember there's like a secret room in there and also I don't know because it's a large also because it's a huge map. And plus the ability to scale buildings and stuff. That's what makes people want to come back. It's like those like a
Oh
time
yeah.
like things attention to detail.
Yeah, and that's the thing with the Mondstadt world. I remember that was the first Genshin world I've ever been to, besides the Cathedral Avatar
Helix.
world.
Oh,
Uh,
the cathedral. Oh, interesting.
yeah, that the Mondstadt world is amazing. That's actually
Oh yeah.
I actually made a video on my YouTube channel, which that was actually the one and only biggest video I've ever had on my YouTube channel, where a lot of people were really into it. I was showing the Monster World cursed avatars and all that, or at least some of them at the time that I had. Then Ah, man. I remember that world was popping real big, but then all of a sudden, Deluxe Tavern, everyone just went over there to Deluxe Tavern, and no one ever came back to the Mondstadt area or the cathedral. I mean, you get some people there, but majority of people are at the Deluxe Tavern. It was like I remember seeing sometimes there's like over 200 people all together in different instances of that world, and I'm like, that is crazy. Like how many people really enjoy being at the D-Luke Tavern, and but then you rarely see D-Luke there.
Yeah, I remember when I first went to Deluxe Tavern, um one of my old friends who I say old friend because after a certain point they moved on from like, Genshin VR
Oh,
and
okay.
so like they play other games and we don't really talk as much because, I still play a lot of Genshin and stuff, but they don't, and plus we're in different time zones. So it ended up,
Mm.
you know. So
Yeah,
old friends.
sometimes it's difficult with the different time zones.
Yeah. But yeah, because I'm like Eastern and they were like Australian time.
Oh,
But
I see.
yeah. So I remember every time I'd go into Diluc's Tavern, they were dedicated to being Diluc. And like they were always in that one instance. They would be there for so many hours being Diluc in Diluc's Tavern. And I loved it. Like they of course, like, they didn't have Diluc's voice or anything, but they had his personality spot on. It was great. And so, especially me, who I'd always go around as Venti. Um, what better thing to do than cause mischief and mess with D. Luke in his own tavern? So, so it's like not only, but like
Right.
that they didn't know it at the time, but they added a charm to the world, especially because a lot of people would recognize him as the guy that, or like as the D Luke that's always in there.
You know, it's interesting. I've never really used Diluc that much in Genshin Impact. I have him, but I
I don't
rare.
have him.
Oh, you don't have him?
I don't have him, but if I were to get him, I don't think I'm not sure if I'd use him a lot. Like
Yeah,
my
I don't really use him that much. I mean, I used him a few times, especially in boss rooms, like in the domain. Surprisingly, even I think I have him at level 40. But yeah, even at level 40, he did pretty damn well against a level 50. What's it called? Um, kind of enemies going on like level 50 up to level 60 did pretty decent when it came to the his secondary ability and his ultimate, like
mhm.
spot on. It helped a lot. But the only thing, of course, since he's at level 40, his HP ain't gonna be that high, so he's gonna get clapped very easily if he gets hit.
Yeah.
But definitely a good character. Maybe one day I'll actually beef him up more, especially Zhongli. A friend of mine, he was telling me I should really kick up on the Zhongli game, get him going. But I've just been focusing on like because I have two characters right now that I already maxed out, which is one of them is Rosaria, the other one is Traveler. So those two are my first level 90 characters. I got their artifacts maxed out. They're all 5-star artifacts that I've managed to pick up. A majority of them are gladiator artifacts too. Majority of them are all gladiator. And then the weapons, though, on the other hand, they're both level 80, I believe, on both sides. But what about you? Have you ever maxed out any of your characters yet?
No, I have them all at 80, and I've left them at 80 because I'm too lazy to grind. The grind is real, and I was just like, and that's around the time that I had to start packing and stuff to
Oh yeah,
leave.
you left the country.
Yeah,
So what adventure rank are you at right now?
I am AR 50, and I'm close to
Okay.
51. Yeah.
Okay. So we're at the same rank, except you're closer to 51 than I am, but but yeah, because I'm at
I
rank
think we've
50
talked
right
about
now.
this before because we if you remember, I think we still have that group chat still there. It's dead, but
Yeah.
where it was you, me, Artemis, and was it Silver, and possibly maybe Okami on days like if we want to switch up a member because you can only have 4 people in
Oh,
co-op.
you know what? You're right.
For the three, like was it 3-star Mania?
Yeah, the
Or
for the 4-star
oh
thing,
yeah,
right?
4-star.
Genshin
I said three
Impact.
star.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4-star Mania.
Yeah, I remember that.
Where we wanted to just randomly like pick a character and then like raise their stats and like just go ham like for the same like character against the world.
Yeah, like we were all thinking Barbara, all of us Barbara, because
Who
everyone's
was
got
the
Barbara.
first character? Who was the first character we were gonna go
I think
for?
it was
Like,
Barbara that we were gonna go with.
let me see. Do if I can find it.
But yeah, I think
Wherever it
yeah,
is.
at that time I believe I was at adventure rank 47 or 48. I think
I remember we were around the same. It's called 4-star media. We were around the same adventure rank, and I remember we ranked up together.
where.
So
Yeah, where is that? It's
yikes! If the last time we spoke, it was in June 14th. Almost 2 months ago was the last time it
2
existed.
months ago. Oh god.
All
Let
right.
me see. Wait, did you find it already?
Yeah, I did find it.
Oh man, I can't find it. Did I delete it or did I leave it?
No, you're still in here.
I
It's
am.
called 4-star mania, and I think is that a picture of child with glasses as the icon.
Child with glasses. Hold on. Let me see. I mean, it couldn't have been that long ago, right? Um, bruh. Hold on. Let me see here. Nope. No, I still can't find it. I'm blind. Hold on. Send a message in the
Good.
chat. I want to see this for
Give me a
myself.
second.
Yeah.
All right.
Cause I'm like I'm not seeing it anywhere.
Gonna alert everyone
Okay,
else that I
there
will.
we go. There we go. Yep. You know what? Hey,
Taco Burr.
Taco Bar.
Yeah, we were gonna do Barbara. We were thinking, was it between Barbara and Beidou or Barbara? Yeah, I
I
think it
think
was Barbara and
so.
Beidou.
Hold on. Let me boom.
I still need to grind for XP books, Lamel.
The perfect comeback picture.
No! No!
Yeah, boy.
I'm I'm being scarred for life.
Yes, that's the best picture ever that you'll ever see in existence. The best picture.
No.
Hell yeah, brother. Oh man. So we definitely still got to do that. I think we've all been holding off on that little event for a good while. Um,
Yeah, I'm excited to do that.
oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. I actually
Yeah,
haven't been building
I'm
up on my
fun
on
fun
my
fact.
hmm?
Fun fact, I despite me getting Barbara in the beginning, I never used Barbara. Never.
You never used
And
Barbara?
I've never used Barbara.
Huh.
And the
Interesting.
reason being is because I was really lucky on the novice wish banner. Because
Hmm.
I ended up getting like 6, 7 characters from the novice wish banner.
No,
Uh,
nice.
yeah, so I got Ning Wong, I got Jinyan, I got Xing Shou, I got um I think you get Noelle guaranteed. Who else did I get from that banner? There's at least like 2 more. I didn't get Bennett from there. I didn't I didn't get a 5-star. I know all of mine were 4 stars. Maybe I did get Barbara from there. So I think I have maybe C2 Barbara.
Hmm. You know,
There's someone else, but I can't remember. But yeah, I got a ton of characters from the novice banner, so I never felt. And I was a Ningguang main when I first started, so
nice. You know,
yeah.
I
So
will say though, because I never mentioned the actual first character that I've ever went for in Genshin. So like when I first started Genshin Impact, the first character I saw was Noelle.
that you were like, oh, I need her.
I need her, and then I was like, bro, how do I get her? And it's like, boom, on discount, 8
Eee.
Primo Gem or not Primo Gems? What do you call it? Yeah, Primo Gems, right? 8 or no 8. The things that you have to
Wait,
roll for the
wait.
I forgot what they call them.
Is it a quaint? Did you? I don't
Acquaint.
remember if we used a quaint fates
Was it
or
Acquaint?
if
I think it.
or if
I
it's
think it was
standard.
Acquaint. Is Acquaint is the like the pinkish, yellowish one, right?
The no, that's the Acquaint is the blue one. The
Qu-
Intertwined is the pink
Inter-
one.
it's okay, so it was intertwined then, because Acquaint is the one that's used for the standard banner, right?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, it was intertwined. Yeah, so it only needed 8 of them, and I was like, "Yo, I can do this, bro." First pull I get, Noel. I was like, I'm happy with it. And you know it's stupid meme? Not really, because I realized when I first started playing Genshin, that was when I think the first time Venti showed up, and I completely whoosh, like, went past my mind. I probably saw it and just didn't think too much about it because I didn't know too much about the characters. So I was like, boom, I see an armored maid. Boom, we're gonna go clapping with this claymore sword here. I'm happy. I'm satisfied. Never needed to get another character again. Then later on, realizing, wow, I just missed out on a good banner.
Yep.
Bro, but you know, hey, that was a fun time. First experience with Genshin Impact. Definitely some fun times there.
Oh yeah,
Oh man.
definitely. I look back at my like memories from like when I first started. And I was like, wow,
Man, I
because
remember.
because Genshin burnout is real. Genshin
Oh
burnout
yeah,
is real.
definitely. Because wait, when did you start playing Genshin?
I actually started in February.
I started in January. Yeah.
Yeah, I started in February.
All right. So a month
Look at
apart.
me, month apart. Yeah, I'm ahead of you. I'm just kidding.
Nice. But
Month
yeah, like,
apart, beating
oh
you in the
man.
AR experience.
So are you gonna try to roll for Raiden when she comes out?
Yeah, I'm scared I'm gonna lose the 50-50 battle.
Hey, you end up getting Jean instead or D Luke.
I don't have either of those.
Hey, so you know, hey,
So
it's like a win-win anyways.
I'm gonna end up with C3 Mona though. Watch.
C3 Mona. Wait,
She's been haunting me.
you know what's funny? For the longest time, I got Mona now, right? I think I got her at C1 or C2. For the longest time, I was trying to get her, right, and
Mhm.
I was trying in the standard banner because she's advertised on the standard banner. So I kept rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. No luck. Never got her. I got a D Luke. I got um yeah, I got D Luke out of that. Afterwards, like later on, during during the Venti rerun, and all that, like a friend of mine got Mona off of the Venti banner, right? And I'm like, huh, if my friend got got Mona off of the Venti banner, maybe I will, right? That's how I was
Mhm.
thinking. I try it out. I get Venti instead.
Well,
Like, whoop, there goes my plans. Got foiled. Like, I didn't get Mona until the Rosaria banner came out.
funny enough, I got Rosaria from standard banner.
Dude, you know what's funny? I got one of
Like the Rosaria banner was long gone, and then all of a sudden, poof, there we
proof.
go.
You know what's funny?
I
Like I see sixth her already, and then once her banner was gone, I was trying to get a weapon from the weapons banner, and I get Rosaria from the weapons banner. I'm like, bruh.
it'd be like that.
I didn't even realize you could actually get characters from a weapons banner.
I didn't either. This the story of like how I got Razor. I had never pulled on the weapons banner though. And then my first pull Razor.
Yeah, and then you get weapons from the characters banner too. It's like, why?
I just want to wait it. I will say in the new update where you can have a course, like the course you want to get if you don't get the weapon you desire. That's cool. I like that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Like I forgot what they call it. But I know what you're talking about. Like, you could roll a couple times, get like a token thing for it if you get two of the 5 stars that you didn't desire to get.
Yeah. I mean, obviously I'm not never going to have enough fates or something for that, but you know, I feel like the whales will definitely benefit from that.
Oh yeah, definitely. But you know what? The cool part, I think, about the whole pity system, I actually compared to other gotcha games or gotcha like games, I feel like Genshin and Honkai Impact are probably the more friendlier um like as far as user friendly pity, like got a pity system that's yeah, can't even speak. Let me try to put my words together. Right,
Go for it.
Genshin
I
and
believe in
Honkai
you.
are probably the one of the very few gacha games out there that have a pity system that's user friendly. There we go.
Yes. I
And
can agree with you on that one.
because I mean, of course, most people might not look at Identity 5 or IDV as a gotcha game, but with their essence kind of marketing going on, it's technically like a gotcha game. We have to roll to get a certain character skin or a character, right? And so it's like a gotcha game, but instead of having a pity system like Genshin, where you got like a 50-50 on it, you have to literally roll down the numbers in order to get what you want. And it's like, bruh. So like, say you have to roll like over 200 times to get a an S tier, right? Like a high tier skin, you gotta roll almost down those that 200 to get it, and
Oh,
then
jeez.
of course you gotta at least roll closer down that 50 to get like a secondary tier skin or character. Which I'm like, bruh, I. But then luckily, IDV has a shop where you can actually buy skins and all that, but it's not going to be the same as the Essence skins, right? But some of them look pretty decent. But at the same time, it's like, what? Comparing it to the how the pity system in Genshin and Honkai work, I feel like they're a lot more friendlier. At least, well,
Definitely.
Genshin you get the 50-50. I'm not sure if Honkai has a 50-50 going on with their um system going on there with their banners, but I know for a lot of them you have to like, oh, you're guaranteed this character skin at 100 rolls. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh hell no, I'm not guaranteed that. I mean, uh, because it's no guarantee I'm actually gonna roll 100.
Very true.
But oh yeah, so have you ever played Identity 5 before or IDV?
I have not, but I've seen people play it.
So are you familiar with how the game works and all that?
Yes. Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you ever decide to get into it, it's free to play. Interesting
Mhm.
game. It's helped by the developers that made it got help from the dev team at for Dead by Daylight. Definitely.
Ooh,
So it's like a cartoony Dead by Daylight. At first I called it the Fortnite Dead by Daylight, but it's more like a cartoony. They had a few what's it called? They had a few collabs going on. They had a Danganronpa collab, which is the reason why I joined. Because a friend of mine was like, "Hey, they got Monokuma here as a
oh,
hunter
yeah.
and all that."
Yeah,
I
I
was like,
would've
"Oh shit, yeah,
liked
let's
that.
go. I'm in."
Go.
And that kind of drew me in there. And then I found out that prior to that, they had a Edward Scissorhands collab. I'm like, what? Who makes a collab with the movie like Edward Scissorhands? How did I not hear about it? And then they also made a collab for Persona 5, as well as some other stuff. And then recently they well, not, I guess it wasn't too recent. It was like maybe a few weeks or a couple months ago. They had a collab with the Promise Neverland anime, and then they also had one. I believe actually no, I believe that's the last anime um collab that they did as of recent, and then everything else right now is just OCs at the moment. So definitely interesting stuff going on with the game. If you ever want to try it out, they and anyone viewing this right now who may be interested in Identity 5 or IDV, however you want to call it, it's available on Apple, on the Apple iTunes, yeah, or the Apple Store, however you want to call it. Google Play Store. It's available on PC as well. Definitely an interesting game. I'm not sponsored by them, by the way, but I'm just saying it. Just shout out to them. Awesome game. I used to stream it a lot on here, but I haven't really. I mean, I did do a test stream playing it. I might actually get back into streaming IDV. I've been getting back into it recently, so I might get back into streaming it. Who knows? Definitely worth playing it. Really awesome. It's really smooth gameplay. The only thing I will say compared to like the gameplay I've seen with Dead by Daylight though is that like with Dead by Daylight you're actually able to dodge the hits, fairly enough. but with IDVs, a little challenging to dodge the swings because you're gonna get hit most of the time. But there are ways to dodge them, like what people call kiting. But it's different when you're like up close to them and trying to dance around them before they are able to get a hit on you. But it's definitely try it out. I think it'd be worth it. But anyways, let's see here. Actually, made some good time here. Oh man,
Yeah,
stupid me closing down the stream. I actually might make this as a two-parter. Like
probably.
since I accidentally split them in half.
Might as
Might
well.
as well, right? I'll probably post this part next week, or next Sunday to take place, and then I'll put that other Sunday one into another Sunday, like while I'm in the school. Oh, there we go. Actually, no, I'll figure something out.
Yeah, so it's we'll figure it out in the long
E-
run. Maybe. Maybe.
maybe.
No promises made.
No promises. But I think it's actually a good time to end the podcast. What do you think?
Yeah, I think this is a good time as well.
All right. Well, everybody, hope you all had a wonderful time viewing this podcast, and I hope you all enjoyed yourselves here with our little conversations here. Now, if you're watching this on the YouTube portion, drop the comments below and your thoughts of our discussions. Let us know what you think, and and also comment on what other topics you may want to hear later on. Now, again, like we mentioned here, we'll be making this a two-parter because I accidentally cut off on the other one. But I will be uploading them on my YouTube channel. I'll probably upload them and then set them up as a premiere and have them load in, whenever possible or whenever I have them scheduled. And then, hopefully everything will work out from there. Anyways, again, hope you all enjoyed tonight's stream. Take care. Have a good rest of your weekend, or if it's already Monday for you all, have a good morning and hope you all have a good day at work or school. And like always, until the next time, deuces!
Bye. I don't know if this character can dance. Looking for emotes. Give
Looking
me
for
a
them
sec.
emotes. All
Yeah,
right.
I can. Let's see.
Oh, there you go. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is how he Tao dances in at a
Yeah.
rave.
This is how she dances here.
Here we go.